when your sister was almost brought to tears in explaining to us why she needed the money, I saw a smirk on your face. I don't get that. How many days did you spend in jail?
Maybe like 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And you were very concerned about having to be transferred to county, as you put it. Am I correct?
Jail ain't for nobody anyway.
Excuse me?
Jail isn't a place to be, period.
Right.
Right.
And why is that?
Because it's jail.
Yeah, well, yeah, jail.
Right.
But is it because of the way you're treated there, the way you're treated as less than human at times, when you're kind of pushed around and put in places with other people who are looking to rip your heart out just because of your you? Is that why?
Yeah, I don't like people telling me what to do.
You don't like, and maybe that's why you're in jail.
Right.
And were in jail in the first place.
Probably.
And who bailed you out? Who bailed you out? One of the people that bailed you out is standing 4 feet from you.
Right.
And you don't feel that you have any moral obligation, never mind the legal obligation, any moral obligation to pay this woman back $1,000?
If I don't ask for help, don't help me. Straight up.
So
it is what it is.
Okay, so you didn't directly ask her
I
for
did
help,
not directly ask her for $1,000.
You did speak directly to her subsequent after you got out of jail, did you not?
Yeah, and I told her I appreciate it.
And how many times did he speak to you, and how many times did he indicate to you he would pay you back?
So through the text message, I'm like, hey.
You have the text message
Yes.
before you? What page is the text message on? Maybe you want to take a look at your half-sister's text messages and read them with me.
Okay. I said, when I get it, I'll give it. You had it.
When I get the money.
When I get it, I will give it.
Yes, and what does that mean?
When I get it,
it means you owe it.
Right.
You're acknowledging, you are aware that you have an obligation to give it to her back. You just can't give it to you now. I got to wait till I get a job and collect the money, and I have my own priorities. Am I right?
Right.
So we understand each other now.
We
you agree
understand
with
each
me
other. I agree.
that you have at least a moral obligation.
Yeah.
And it's up to us to determine whether or not that moral obligation is more than that. It's a legal one. And so the difference between a moral obligation and a legal obligation is that legal obligations are imposed by the government through an authoritarian, if you will, decision. And the moral obligation is that maybe I didn't ask you directly, but you're my half-sister, and you got me out of a tough situation, and out of decency, I owe you the money. You understand?
I understand.
I have nothing further.
I don't either.
Okay, we'll excuse the parties while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both very much. All right, we've reached a verdict. It's unanimous. Mr. Stanton, for a court to set $75,000 bail, they were considering a substantial matter, which means that you were facing something very serious. And it is certainly in times like that, when we as individuals face difficulties in our lives, that it would only be natural that we would reach out to our families, because, as some people say, blood is thicker than water. And in time of need, the plaintiff, Ms. Pollard, was there for you. That when you needed $1,000, that was the difference between you're seeing daylight and you're seeing the dark, smelly corridors of a prison. She made it possible for you to walk into the fresh air. We all agree that you are responsible for returning that $1,000 to her now. We had some disagreement about the remainder of what you asked for, but you indicated that you paid her $250 back towards the loan, and that $250 should cover the interest that you have to pay. You asked also for emotional distress, and you've demonstrated emotional distress here, and I think you owe her something more. It's an emotional compensation that you owe her. So the verdict is in favor of the plaintiff for $1,000.